But eventually there's the point where you love it so much that you think about doing it for the rest of your life. And that's the point where you have to make money with it. Hey guys, finally back at the harbor, finally back at the studio after one weekend spent entirely with the family, which was actually quite interesting and very fun. But there's of course always something that is even more fun. You might actually think it's working the entire day here in the studio just on music. I wish I could do that. That would be really extremely fun. But since I didn't do any of the business stuff, the necessary business stuff that has to do with the label releasing new music, today, this Monday, will be unfortunately entirely just business stuff. So, Q&A time. The first question that I got on Facebook actually was, what other jobs can producers do related to music to make some money? It's a very interesting question because we all struggle the same basically. You start producing music probably as a teenager, young adult. You don't have to worry about money. You don't even think about it making it as a living. But eventually there's the point where you love it so much that you think about doing it for the rest of your life. And that's the point where you have to make money with it. Not easy. Took me 5 years to actually figure it out. A lot of obstacles, labels not paying, myself not just making enough music, not promoting myself the right way. It's a long story, but things you can do besides like producing your own music, there are definitely a bunch of things that can help you. And for me, it was definitely ghost producing. So I sat in the studio, made music for other people that had a higher, bigger profile. And this way I got a fixed amount of money. They kept the track, they advanced, they started touring. I didn't, but I at least had the money to pay my bills and start making music full time. And there are a million of other things. You can do mastering for other people, mixing for other people, sound design for other people. You could do sample packs and sell them online. You could teach people how to produce music, or you could teach people how to DJ. You could make music for films. You could make music for advertisement, which is actually where you make quite a lot of money actually. You could start recording singer-songwriters that don't have a studio, don't have a clue about recording, editing vocals. If you're musically talented, you could be part of a songwriting session and become a songwriter. So usually you as a producer, you run the computer, record the singer and the songwriter and help them to develop all of that into a demo, full song that might get picked up by one of the big artists and you'll get a share from the copyright split. And maybe if you then finish the production because they thought your demo's already so good, you will also get something from the master. But I think all of these things you have to love to be really good at. If producing your own music is the only thing you absolutely love, then go for it and just try to be better than everyone else. And everything a musician needs to accomplish, the promotion, your profile, artist name, the music you make, the style of music you make, sending it out to the right people, being active, going to events, meeting people, connecting, and just doing that for many years. Anyways, I would love to continue with the Q&A, but I was really stupid and forgot my phone back at home. So all of the questions you guys had on Instagram, I can't check them. Instagram doesn't let me check my messages online with the browser, just Facebook. And I only got, oh wait, I think I got another message on Facebook. No, it's just spam. So yeah, let's skip really quick back home and do the rest of the Q&A. Next up, what promo companies, if any, do you recommend for electronic dance music? I can't recommend any because I've never used any. I do all of the promotion myself because this way you save a lot of money and you're way more independent. But it's also a lot more work. That's basically what ruined my entire day. What are your go-to bass, sub-bass sounds? I love Diva, as you know. It's like a classic, or like classic synthesizers combined into something new. Really like the approach, really like the sounds of it. Serum is really good, and Omnisphere for everything that is a little weird. KRK Rocket or Yamaha HS series? I can't really say because I only had the Yamaha speakers and I liked them. I mean, they're good for their price and all you need as a beginner. But a lot of people also swear by the KRKs, so I don't really know. Never compared them, but probably both good. What separates the good producers from the great producers? I would say, first of all, making a lot of songs, releasing a lot of songs, and staying persistent or even evolving as a producer over the years. And also the details in the songs, like the details in mixing and layering sounds, having ear candy in there, the automation, all of the things that take a lot of effort. If you're lazy, you'll never be a good producer. How would you approach music festivals where you want to have a gig when you're absolutely unknown? Funny story, I talked to one of Germany's biggest booking agent, and like he's doing all of the really big superstars, like 90% of the top 100 DJ Mag, he's taking care of them. And he told me nowadays, at the moment, it's really hard to get gigs, especially when you're unknown. You have to have good productions, you have to have other big producers helping you. You have to be part of a label, and the label might take you onto label events and nights and ADE and this kind of stuff. But for you as a producer and DJ, just producing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then getting booked, you actually need a hit to make that happen. At least like a small club hit on BEATPORT if you do more underground stuff. If you want to play with the big guys, David Guetta, Martin Garrix and that stuff, you need several huge super hits that are worldwide radio top 10s. So how to approach them? I mean, yes, you can try and email them and send them your stuff, but they won't be really interested. They only care for people that make the festival full. So if you draw more people to a club or to a festival, that's basically what you're worth. So if no one shows up because of you, there's no reason to book you. They don't care about the music. They care about who makes the place the most money. What's the reason a song becomes viral with streams other than it's a good song? I think nowadays, if you take, for example, the Old Town Road song, it's making something that works as a meme or as viral content. Same with the Chainsmokers, like first huge song was the Selfie song. It captures the zeitgeist and just makes something that is fun to everyone. Harlem Shake with these kind of videos also really worked well. And all of these aren't actually good songs. So sometimes the viral content, the fun of it, the easy shareability makes it go viral, makes it go big, makes it into a hit. Although the music isn't actually that good. So I would say like the right time, the right topic, and a little bit of luck and like weirdness and craziness to it. And what also always works are covers, of course. Mixing on headphones, open or closed headphones, that's easy. Open headphones always sound better, more natural. The closed ones are just a compromise to not annoy everyone around you, or for singers to record in a vocal booth. But for mixing, open headphones. Is it still profitable to invest in an artist as a record label? It really depends. I mean, with my label, I have some great artists that I really like and they make really great music. But except for 2 or 3, all of them just like finish 2 or 3 songs per year and send it over to me, and then just one of them is really good enough to release it, and that's not enough to build up an artist career. I would love to have artists that constantly send me good stuff so that I can release their stuff every 2 months and build them up as artists. I'm just waiting for people to be like this. But so far, no one really does that. So yes, it can be profitable, but you need to do it for the right artist. You need to work with them for a year, and if they still keep up their production and improve, because we also have some that send stuff, but it always sounds the same. And that's not really interesting. We need artists that develop and get better and constantly send songs. And then, yes, it's profitable to invest in them and we invest in every single artist, but the ones that deliver constantly good stuff, develop, those are the ones where we invest even more of our time and money and marketing and budget and this kind of stuff. Here's someone that is a young DJ starting out, and he's asking if it's easier to get gigs if you start producing, releasing songs, getting a fan base, and then maybe get to the gigs. And yes, definitely, that's the way to go. If you nowadays don't release any music, there is almost no chance to get gigs, because you then only can play local gigs. And there are so many other local DJs that just get like 200-300 per night. And they bring all of their 50 friends because they're well connected and very interactive with everyone. And they are worth more to the club. Again, the club wants to make money. You bring people, people spend money and drink, and you get booked. They don't care about what music you play as long as everyone is happy. So yeah, make music, release it, because the music releases are basically like a business card. Hey, that's me, I'm DJ, whatever your name is, and that's my style, please book me. That's also why most people don't even make money with their releases. They don't care about that money. They just release music to get the attention to then get booked. That's at least how DJing evolved from being a wedding, birthday, club DJ into being actually a producer that then gets gig through the productions. It's a little weird. How to find your own signature sound? I would say everyone already has a signature sound, maybe without even knowing. So just follow whatever you like, listen to other music and pick like the elements that you love and combine them into something new that is yours. That's usually a good starting point. But again, don't worry too much about it. It will naturally just come. Which was your first song? The first song I ever released was called Toulouse. It's still a pretty good house song. You can check it out on BEATPORT, I think. But before that, my actual first release was actually a remix for a trance DJ, and it was released on one of the sub-labels of Tiesto. That really got everything for me started pretty fast at the beginning. How can I come up with unique music ideas so that I can stand out from other producers? I would say like maybe every week just sit and sound design stuff and record it and then use it in your productions. Maybe have a trademark signature kind of sound. Zed always has that ticking clock in his songs. I don't like it, but it's something that makes sure you know it's a Zed song. Just take the time to play around and do things you would usually not do. Don't watch YouTube tutorials and do the same. Watch them and think about what they didn't do and do that. What tips do you have for beginner DJs? Start producing and worry about the DJing once you get gig offers, because up until then DJing, like weddings, birthdays, that's maybe what you might get, but club and festival is really hard. I think that's it. We got most of the questions answered. I hope you liked today's Q&A. If you want to ask me anything, on Instagram is the right place. It's linked down below. And we'll see us tomorrow back again for another vlog.